Today on LetThemTalkTV, I've got another bonus video for you. Yes, I like the bonus videos, and in this video, I'm going to help you improve your English with a xylophone. To find out more, stay tuned. Now, if you're following this channel, you'll know that I recently made a video called Please Don't Say Please. It's not as polite as you think. If you haven't seen it yet, check it out up here somewhere before watching this video, or it won't make much sense. Have you done that? Good. Welcome back. Now, in this video, I'm going to expand on some of the topics raised in that video. Now, that video could have been quite a lot longer, but I wanted to keep it relatively short and tight. So I'll do that, and I'll also respond to some of the questions you raised about it and addressing some of the comments. Firstly, some people took the title a little bit too literally. I kind of like the catchy titles, but no, I wasn't saying that you should never use please, just that there are other ways in English to be polite and to ask for things, to make requests and to make offers, and sometimes these ways are more appropriate in the situation. Next, we looked at using negative questions and a question tag to be super polite. If you remember, I'll give you an example. You couldn't help me, could you? You couldn't help me, could you? You're not free for dinner, are you? And I was surprised to see that some of the comments were quite hostile. I got several comments suggesting that these type of sentences are, quote, manipulating people. By doing this, you are manipulating people. No, that's wrong. That's wrong. It's just politeness. It's how we speak. It's not a Jedi mind trick. It's not hypnotism. It doesn't start by saying, you couldn't help me, could you? And end with you running naked down the high street, clucking like a chicken with only a feather sticking out of your arse. No. I want to address why in English we have this strange way of being polite. And one important reason is the following. In English, we only have one you. In French, if you want to be polite, then you can address somebody with vous rather than tu. Vous êtes très gentille, madame. Donnez-moi votre ukulele. In Spanish, you have tu and usted. Italian, tu and lei. And many languages have honorific forms for addressing people depending on age, social class and status, etc. And these polite forms have corresponding verb endings too. But in English, we only have one you. One conjugation of you, but in English, just you. You for your best friend, you for your professor, you for the queen, you for your lover, you. There used to be two forms in English, thou and you. If you read Shakespeare, you'll read a lot of thous and these, but we don't use it anymore. You can't say to your friend, for example, canst thou lend me 50 euros until payday? Here you are. But zoot, I thank thee, thou art a top banana. No. Is English the only language to have one form of you? Let me know in the comments. Anyway, that's why over the centuries we've developed other ways of being polite. In English, speak indirectly. Basically, the more indirectly we speak, the politer it is. Put the sentence in the past or in the negative or in the future for super politeness, and we saw this in the last video. Future continuous. Will you be wanting breakfast? The past tense. It would be great if you did that for me. The past continuous. I was wondering if you could help me finish this report. Or put it in the negative. You couldn't lend me your avocado slicer, could you? Now, with the negative sentence and question tags, I also got several comments saying that they don't want to use it because it sounds sarcastic. Again, this is not correct. Not correct at all. I say, your cookies look delicious. I couldn't have one, could I? You sarcastic, manipulative bastard. Take that. No, it's not sarcastic. Another strange comment I got. This is British English, not used anywhere else. Again, not true. These phrases are common throughout the English-speaking world, okay? If they are only used in Britain, I will tell you that. So imagine I'm in a shoe shop in New York and I call over the busy sales assistant. Excuse me, you don't have these in size 11, do you? Well, gee, I don't understand what you're saying, British person. And stop trying to manipulate me, you sarcastic, limey bastard. Is it sarcastic? Well, no, not if you pronounce it correctly. It sounds normal and very polite, as I said. However, the intonation, the melody is so important. Now, let me explain. Now, this bit's important. If you're learning English, you almost certainly have an accent from your native tongue. Let me tell you that it's a beautiful thing. Aim for good, clear, understandable pronunciation, but it's okay to keep your accent. It's okay. It's part of your identity and we love it. Russian accent, beautiful. Pakistani accent, beautiful. Chinese accent, beautiful. Bolivian accent, wonderful. Okay, you can keep your accent. However, the accent is one thing, but the intonation, the inflection is something else. It is important to get this correct so as to avoid misunderstanding and to build rapport. So forget about trying to mimic native speakers. Instead, focus on the rhythm and the intonation of English. If you get this right, it will be a major step forward. The melody is much, much more important than the pronunciation. And negative statements is a good example of this. The same sentence can be understood in several different ways depending on your inflection. For example, you're at home with a broken leg. Your friend says, mate, let me know if there's anything you need. You know you're my best friend. Okay, you want to eat pizza, but for some inexplicable reason, all the pizza delivery services are on strike. Your friend's so kind, but you still want to be extremely polite to him. So you use the most polite form there is in English, a negative statement with a question tag. Oh, thanks. Hey, you couldn't get me a pizza, could you? Listen to the tone. Okay, so it's a real question. It has a rising tone. You couldn't get me a pizza, could you? You couldn't get me a pizza, could you? Okay, listen to the melody. You couldn't get me a pizza, could you? Now, it is a real question, so it has a rising tone at the end. Your friend says, okay, and then he comes back half an hour later holding a little box. It's something, but it's definitely not pizza. So you sound disappointed. So you say, oh, you couldn't get pizza, could you? You couldn't get pizza, could you? So this is a sound of disappointment. It's not a real question, so it has a flat, matter-of-fact melody. You couldn't get me a pizza, could you? You couldn't get me a pizza, could you? Third scenario. You know that pizzeria Giuseppe? Yes, let's call him Giuseppe. Any Giuseppes out there? You know that pizzeria Giuseppe is open, but your friend comes back with sushi because he loves sushi. You're annoyed, so you make an angry, sarcastic remark. This melody has a falling tone, okay? Falling tone. You couldn't get a pizza, could you? You couldn't get a pizza, could you? You couldn't get me a pizza, could you? Has a falling tone because it's not a question, okay? And you can hear the sarcasm in the voice. So you see how the same sentence can mean three completely different things. Let's look at one more example. You're backstage at the BTS concert. You want to convince the security guard, the bouncer, to let you in so that you can meet the group. So you say to him, "You won't let me in, will you? I'll be so grateful. I'll be your friend for life." Okay. They're just so polite. You can go in. Second example, the disappointment version. "You won't let me in, will you? You won't let me in, will you? No, sorry mate, no." Third scenario, the sarcastic version. "You won't let me in, will you? You won't let me in, will you? Get out of here, sarcastic bastard." Okay, is that clear? Right, just one more point I want to clear up about the previous video, okay, and that is to talk about the future continuous for politeness. Will you be wanting breakfast? Will you be needing a wake-up call? So one of the comments I got from Arena P, she asks, "You're using wanting, needing in the progressive form. I thought this wasn't possible because they are stative verbs." And yes, you are absolutely correct. Want and need are stative verbs, but this is an exception, okay? There are many exceptions in English. So you can use in the future continuous for questions. You can use want, need, and a few other verbs in the continuous sense. Will you be needing anything else? Will you be wanting an ambulance? Okay, so gone now. Hope it's cleared that up. Fare thee well. Thou art wonderful. I was hungry work making these YouTube videos. You couldn't order me a pizza, could you? A margarita. If you do, I'll play you a lovely tune on the xylophone. Beautiful, isn't it? Musical genius, as you can see. And that's not all.